Hi, I'm Ben Smith, Assistant Director of Technology at the Lincoln Intermediate.
And I'm Nicole Bond, the Educational Technology Specialist.
And in this video, we're going to talk to you about how to secure your Google Meet. And there have been a few changes in the way that Google Meet works that will allow you to make sure that students can't get into your Meet room when you don't want them to. All right, so in order for us to get started, what you're going to see is Nicole has set up two windows here. On the right side, that is Nicole as the teacher. You can see it has her picture there so that when she clicks on that, it's her email, her Gmail account, and that's the teacher account. On the left side, you see it's the student account, and we can see that by the little Student Ninja picture. They have a different Gmail address, and so the student, being the ninja, wants to try to sneak into Nicole's room. So in Classroom, what you see on both of those, either the teacher or the student view, is that there's just a Meet link there. And if you click on the Meet link, it should take you into the meeting. But from the student side, if Nicole hasn't started the meeting and the student clicks on it, this is what comes up. Right? Because a student can't create the meeting themselves. And so because of that, they won't be able to get into the room. Now, the way that this should work is that Nicole will set up her room and open the Meet.
I'm going to mute myself so there isn't any feedback since we are recording this in Zoom. And now my student version over here, my ninja, should be able to get into my Meet room.
So there you see, both are in there. So on the right side, you see that Nicole is there as the teacher and the student ninja is there. That's what the teacher sees. On the student side, the student only sees the teacher or any other students that are joined in. So that's why the left side only sees Nicole. Now, Nicole, why don't you take us through some of the new host controls?
Absolutely. So I'm going to go back over here to the right side where I'm the teacher. You'll notice down here that a blue shield has appeared, probably somewhat recently. If you click on the blue shield, you'll notice that you can now toggle off whether students share their screen and whether they can send chat messages. You're also going to find this feature up here when I click on Show Everyone. You'll see host controls here as well. This is nice because now you can control the chat a little bit. If students are getting a little chatty or off task, you can toggle it off and then toggle it back on.
And we know this is actually a new feature, so you're going to want to pay attention to those host controls and look for any subtle tweaks that might come up over time. All right, so now if the student wanted to leave, so if Nicole goes to the left side, the student can leave the room.
Just going to go down here and hang up on the call.
And because the student left on their own, they're able to rejoin the room as long as Nicole, as the teacher, is still in there. So go ahead and click that. And so there you go, the student is back in. Now, so from the student side, if the student leaves, they can rejoin the meeting. Okay, now let's have the student leave this time.
Student's gone.
But let's also have the teacher leave, right? So again,
Teacher's gone.
Right, and this is no different than your classroom. You always want to be the last person out of your classroom. You wouldn't leave a student in your classroom on their own. It's the same thing in Meet. So now if the student tries to rejoin the meeting, let's take a look at the message they get. So the student gets the message that the meeting has ended. They can't get back in, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to have the student and the teacher go back, and we're going to have Nicole start the meeting again so that the student can get back in.
All right, joining as the teacher. And coming to the left and joining the Meet as a student.
All right, so now, Nicole, let's suppose for whatever reason you need to remove a student. So that might be that maybe the student's not paying attention, or you want to make sure that they can't come back into your room when you're like, so suppose you're gonna meet at the end of class with one student, so you might want to remove everybody else. You don't have to do it, but let's show what happens here. So go ahead and show them what happens when you remove a student.
So to remove a student, you're just looking for this down dropping arrow, this little caret here, and you're going to go over here to where it says minus and remove from meeting. It says if removed, this person will not be able to join this meeting again.
So there, the student got removed from the meeting, and if they try and rejoin, so if Nicole closes that window and then tries to rejoin, they're going to get an error message that says they can't join this call. And they won't be able to join until Nicole has stopped her meet and starts a new meet. And then that student would be able to join back in. So really, this allows you, as long as you, the teacher, are the last person out of your room, you don't have to worry about students trying to rejoin into your room. And you don't have to worry about students trying to join your room if you are not in your room. So that takes care of these security issues. If you're looking for more information on Meet, we have another video on how to rename your room with a nickname. And we also have another one on how to secure individual meetings with students so that nobody else can get into that meeting. All right. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the EdTech division.